some real money in the room.
And we're back. Today on RealToon TV, man, we have none other than Mr. Answer Right Back.
Oh, man. Mr. Civilian.
Mr. Civilian?
Yeah, Mr. Civilian.
Okay. Terrance Gangsta Williams.
Okay, talk to me.
Well, first off, before we get started, I'd like to give you a congratulations and welcome you into the 100K club.
Oh, man, it's a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah. Welcome to the big leagues.
I remember you making fun of me, telling me about that at the time.
Well, when you was telling me I was a little dog, you know what I'm saying?
So you shot back?
Yeah, hey, you know, I let the numbers talk.
Okay.
I let the numbers talk.
So in other words, you let me know I'm still little dog, I stay in my lane.
You about, what, 105K in?
Well, you watching my numbers, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a long way to go, I know.
Yeah, you gonna get there though. You gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely commend you because there are other people who've seen you. People like Lil Ya, you know what I'm saying, got their podcast going. There are several people. I don't want to get into the politics of Louisiana. I ain't from Louisiana, but I definitely see what you've done for Louisiana, specifically New Orleans. And so I definitely want to, you know, congratulations on the success.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Coming from you, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Real tune, boy, because you don't play.
I can't play, man. I can't play. You actually had a video talking about the time you dressed up like a woman, wore a dress. Can you describe that time? Describe what was going on, and you know what I'm saying.
I had heard you other homies, you know, EPs that we used to call me. Man, come run the EP. How certain people in my city used to dress up like a woman to get to their victim. So when you are known, step in the city of New Orleans is small. It's not that big. So when you have a face and you known for busting your gun and you have enemies, you can't just go into enemy territory bare face. Back then when we did stuff, it was bare face. We ain't do all the masks because we just going that it was me. So I thought back, I was inside one day, I was like, you know what? I need to make some noise. I gotta go back there and drop a few of these boys. So I got the dress, got the wig, but I got the tennis shoes because I know I had to run. I got the purse, I had the gun in the purse open so I can, you know, so I can reach, work. But
was that your first time like putting on a dress?
Yeah.
How did it feel?
It's because it was like a long t-shirt. It wasn't like the old grandma church dress, like a t-shirt. Like how you know the summer dress, like the little pullover.
Like a sundress?
I guess it's like a, not a sundress, what things move like them jersey dress, like, it wasn't like a church dress, like you got the little thing where you, all wide, like bell bottom, like, no, it's like more like a shirt dress, like.
It was just
slip on, like.
Right. Quick on, quick off.
Right.
And then the purse, you know, how did it feel as you were, you know, doing it? You know what I'm saying? Was you ever?
My mind was on going and get my victim. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in a gay world, that wasn't, you know what I'm saying, if that was what you're implying, because you keep on talking about how you feel, Tune. So I wound up having to, actually it's crazy to say that, I didn't put on a dress, but I wound up having to have a wig with the purse when I went to Black and Mo funeral one time because I was wanted for a homicide and I had to go see him. His mother, and it was like, no, don't come. You know, the people gonna come to the funeral looking for. I was like, man, I gotta see my bro go off, you know, go away. So I did it that time. But actually me and my other partner, we was together that day. But anyway, yeah, so those are the tactics that older people before me did that I tried myself. No, I tried it once, but I got in the project, my gun jammed that day. I got all one shot of jam. But yeah, man, so it's just a lot of stuff that just go on out here that back in the days what we did wasn't looked at how this new generation with the homophobia thing. And the thing that get me with them is they'll say, oh, that's gay, oh man, he gay, he did this. But then later on, they sneak in a car, around back, getting oral favors from the homosexuals themselves, you know.
Right.
Some of the young boys got that bad these days, you know. They'll scream, oh, I don't like this, or I'm not with this, but then they go and do this. You know, so what we did back in the days is totally different from now, and we didn't have internet back then, but everything now, what we did is now spilling over to the internet. So this new generation, like, whoa, oh, I mean, y'all, oh man, look, I can't believe, But they're the same ones that are getting naked in front of their friend in the hotel, run a train on a girl, they both be naked, private parts all out around each other. But, you know, so, bruh, you know, but, you know what, I just enjoy this stuff, bro. This stuff, the reason why I enjoy it because it keeps me out of trouble. I can sit home, go online, and just look at the board, what's going on. If I want to speak on it, I speak on it. If not, I'm like, nah, I'm going to pass that up. Nah, I ain't going to get into that. But I enjoy this stuff, bro, for real, man. I am just happy to be a part of this whole era of bull crap they got going on because I get paid. You know what I'm saying? But
everybody not getting paid to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's why I ain't talking about everybody, I'm talking about me. Right. I get paid, so I enjoy it. But for real, if I wasn't getting paid for it, I wouldn't must be on social. I wouldn't must care about that stuff because it's none of my business. But because now I see I can get a check for it, I make it my business.
Right.
Certain things, you know. But honestly, Tune, a lot of stuff, bro. Like a lot of these people, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but a lot of you gotta keep in mind, I've been incarcerated a long time, so now I don't even know how to work the iPhone. It's too much on the iPhone. I'm still trying to learn to work the iPhone. So it's a lot of stuff I'm just learning. You know, like I'm just learning how to work the TV now, or all these apps on there and download this and all this other stuff.
Well, cool.
I tried to go on TV the other day and watch John Wick 4. I press the thing, and then it was talking about buy or rent it. And put your card. I said, oh man, put my card. Man, they might try to, man. So it's all kind of stuff that going on with this TV. I gotta learn that stuff, you know. So I don't really be in tune with a lot of people's stuff. But when people send it to my Instagram, they shoot it to me. I be like, oh, okay. But matter of fact, when we go up here, I'm gonna show you in my Instagram the other guy who they say caught the case with Boosie recently, getting oral favor from a white guy. So you know I ain't capping. So I'm gonna show it to you.
Yeah. Well, since the last time we've sat down, there's been a lot of things that has transpired in the news. And the first thing I want to tackle is Boosie. So about last week, Boosie's daughter went to the internet to complain about her father repossessing pink wrap Mercedes-Benz that he bought for her. And I think she turned 16, he bought it. The reason he repossessed the vehicle was because she went back, left the mansion in Atlanta to go back to Baton Rouge and be with her mother. Well, when she got back with her mother, they put Boosie on child support. And so he took the car. Is Boosie wrong for taking his child's car after he's given it to her?
Of course. But it's not pink anymore, it's black with the pink little trimming, right? It started out pink, but yeah, that's some sucker stuff. You give her this for her 16th birthday. So this was a gift. And I used to always tell people, when you give somebody something, you're giving it from the heart. You're not playing tit for tat. For her to want to leave the mansion, a big house, and then to go back to Louisiana, something had to be wrong, you know. And she said she wanted to go back to help her mother. So why would he pull off a childish rant and take a car back? You know, this is your daughter at the end of the day. Now, I don't like that she went to social media and him out, because that's still your fault. So it was totally disrespect on her part for jumping on social media, and then she called him a B word. That's the lowest of the low for your child to say you a B. I'm like, wow. I was like, whoa. I'm like, man, what is going on? Social media has corrupt and has influenced our children so much to where they feel like they equal to us. Forget that you raised me, forget that you took care of me, forget that you bought me all kind of materialistic stuff. Social media have a way to destroy families, man. And that was a prime example. When she went, I was like, you know, Boosie my internet app. That's public, you know, I'm public internet #1. So But I still look at right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right.
And for his daughter, the way she did it, bro, I was like, man, I wish someone had talked to her or, you know, her mother, somebody would have grabbed her. I understand they hurt because there's a lot of stuff that's deeply rooted in their family with the history of what's been going on. You know, her brother being deleted, things of that nature. But I don't think that the baby girl should have did that, man. That wasn't cool.
What do you mean her brother being deleted? Like her blood brother?
Yeah, it's a
Boosie's son?
No. Boosie's daughter. Okay, Boosie's daughter, the mother, brother was deleted. There's a rumor that somebody in his circle whacked him.
Around the time of the case,
right?
The murder case,
right. So
this was the one who took the stand on Boosie,
right? So all that,
so this is different. This isn't just
it's hitting different, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't just a situation where it's a daughter and a mother involved, but this is where some
personal stuff too.
Yeah.
So he could have looked at it like this. Cause see, sometimes with situations like this, even when you got a problem with a person, and it's not your problem at the moment, you gotta look at, you can't be in a tunnel vision. You gotta look at it on a broader view and say, well, if I was in his shoes, what would I have done? Because see, Boosie could be looking at it like, well, okay, you taking this car, going back by your mother, me and your mother, we enemies for life. Your mother tried to put me away. Now, you better bring this car down there, and I bought you this car, so I don't want you to assist your mother. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been one of the, and like I always tell people, no matter how much we spoil our babies, our daughters, man, the daughters, 99% of them will always ride with moms. Mom is the one who carried them. Mom's the one who nurtured, who was there for them when we was running the streets, in jail, laying up with the naked broad. Mom was there. They got a bond. Yeah, you can spoil your daughter, but she gonna always be mama baby, man. Them daughters gonna always ride with mama love. And some of the boys too.
That's interesting to think. I never thought about how the uncle could have affected the child's relationship with the father now. You know what I'm saying? Because she has to hear about these things, just like we're hearing about it.
And it's like she picking sides. But here's the thing. It's like, my daddy got money, I'm living good. But when Mad Day come, I'm gonna expose it all. And that's what happened. Mad Day came and she let him have it. I'm talking about, man, some of the stuff I could have played, but I was like, oh man, this is, and you know me and him go at it. But there's certain stuff I be like, whoa. You know, cause I'm like, I have 5 daughters, and I'm like, I can't see my daughters ever calling me the B word. I don't care how mad they get. My daughter wouldn't go to social media, but I can't see them just call me the B word. Because here's the thing. A person going to only address you and say stuff the way they see you or the way they feel about you. So his daughter been holding that in. It's like the volcano, it finally erupt. And man, she went in on him.
How do you think they can come back from this?
Have a sit down. You always come back from that because that's your daughter. No matter what, they still blood. At the end of the day, yeah, you did this, I did that. Because, you know, he go, because there's also footage where he threatened to black her eye, called her a little B word, told me I'm going to take you out my wheel. So he did some childish, disrespectful stuff towards her as well on social media. So it's like a tit for tat thing with them, so it's nothing new. But, you know, this is a baby, you know how some people say, if you want God to forgive you, why you can't forgive your child?
So this came off the cuff of Boosie getting arrested. Now, he was arrested and then posted bond, and he gets rearrested because he was seen with a gun on live and the feds picked up the case. He was in California at the time with the gun on live. I believe an informant had actually gathered the footage and sent it in on Boosie. What was your take when you saw Boosie with the gun on live?
Stupidity. First of all, let's get it clear. Boosie was arrested during a state case. So he was out on bond going to jail, going to court back and forth for the state case.
Right.
The feds picked it up. So, first of all, what you doing with a gun? You got too many people around.
Hey, can you explain, because you know there's a difference between the state and the fed. Why would the feds pick up a gun charge?
Okay, when the phase initially came about, it was for the mob. So once they started dismantling the mob, arresting everybody, so now it's like, okay, we gotta get some more people, for our business. So now they started attacking regular drug dealers. They started attacking the big kingpins first. And now you got people go to jail for a bullet. People actually I see a guy, two guys in jail. One had 15 years, one had 30 years for one bullet. Now, so all majority, not all, but I'm gonna say like 90-something% of guns, the Fed's gonna pick it up. And they love to pick up gun cases. I mean, think about this, is ATF. That's federal. You know what I'm saying? So I already had a feeling that they was gonna pick up his case because the Fed's been, when you a person that's a target, you got a lot going on, you done beat the state already, and then you always in the media, so they feel like, oh, he think he above law enforcement.
Right.
We after him. One slip up, we got him. And that move was a goofy move. And then, here's my thing, look where you had it at, in the small of his back. So you're not really stepping, you're not really, this days, man, that thing supposed to be in your front pocket, up front, or under, out where I can get it and work. You know what I'm saying? You got it back here, you playing. But why, why, a person like Boosie, he have a lot of people that depend on him. He have a lot going on, a lot of legal stuff. So now when you make dumb moves like that, you hurting the people around you, and you messing up your career. This is a guy that was in jail, God bless him, come on, got a second chance, got the big house in Atlanta, building all kind of other stuff, making all kind of moves, and you go do that dumb stuff. Now you gotta look at who he got around him. Because you gotta keep in mind, it's like the blind lead the blind. Sometimes you have people around you, they be yes man. Sometimes you need somebody around you gonna say, look bro, come here. Now we gotta think about the children. We know you love your children because you keep them in the media, out in the spotlight. So here's the thing. Why would you go and jeopardize your freedom, jeopardize everybody else's livelihood for us living good? Because you doing this, you got them living good, just because you want to show people that, yeah, I'm about this. Why you going out there, first of all? Now, when you're out there, my thing is pay security. You got money. Stop being tight. Stop being tight. Pay that money. Have them people come out there, make sure you good, do your set, whatever you got to do, and get on out of there. But a lot of these dudes don't think. And then here's another thing. People be getting so caught up in front of these cameras, bro, and trying to sell to the people that they really gangsters, that when the cameras go, they forget, cut. Get back to you, who you really are. You know you're not really a stepper. You're not really in the streets. Now you've been on the sidewalk. Your money a stepper. But Boosie not.
Boosie was on death row.
Uh-huh. Me too. Must be two sides. What's up? What you got? What you mean by that? Wow. What you trying to say? He was on death? Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, when you say he's not a stepper, he was on death row. Like,
let me just say this, bro. For the umpteenth time. Angola Penitentiary having old death row with all the people that's been convicted on death row. Then they had this new one they just built. So when Boosie got there, he was still fighting his murder charge. He wasn't sentenced to death. So he was put on there, he was in PC. He was just put on there, he was around no other inmate. They didn't put him in his shoe, they put him on that wing by himself. So he was on death row, but he wasn't a death row inmate. They had him over there because they wouldn't let him around them lion, tigers, and bears. That's just a fact. Once he beat the case, then he had an option to either stay on PC or go to population. He decided to go to population. So they put him in them little small little camps where ain't too much going on at. He still was in them little small ones where dudes check in and a lot of the soft stuff. But, bro, I just did an interview with one of my homies who got 30 years in Angola. And she was on the phone with other homie who been locked up for 31 years for a murder he didn't even commit. Just talked to him yesterday, bro. So, I know, like he says, a lot of dudes in Angola that love me. There's a lot of dudes in Angola that still rock with me. But he be capping when he tell me out they don't mess with it. Them dudes still call me. One might be trying to call me now. But he wasn't on death row where he was sentenced to death row. See, he had people thinking that from Vlad. Yeah, I was on death row. So first thing in people's mind, Because people don't do research these days. Once they hear one thing, they take it and run with it. Oh, he was on death row? All right, cool. He was on death row. Boosie was on death row. He just slept on death row. He spent the night over there. He wasn't sentenced to death row. So, bro, but social media have a way of all of us, it's like how we used to say it in Fed. Everybody gangsters, everybody millionaires. We all had boats, yachts, jets, hundreds of kilos, millions of dollars. Like the army, be all you can be. So, he was selling this. Here's the problem. This is what happened. When Boosie opened his fat mouth and talked about me, that when I just mashed the gas, all gas, no brakes, and I exposed him. So a lot of steppers and people now starting to see that Boosie is really fake. He really not, but he claimed to be. But he from the hood, he from the streets, but he been around the gangsters, around the killers. But his whole life been getting beat up, knocked out, jacked. Listen, I literally know somebody I could call right now. I could call right now on the phone for you, bro, that ran down on Boosie in New Orleans at the gas station, took his cell phone from him. It was 3 of my little homies took his cell phone from him. Moms didn't know that they took the phone. They had moms thinking they had snatched him up. They met moms in Baton Rouge and got some cash from her. This all facts, bro.
So Boosie got robbed in Louisiana. I mean, in New
Orleans. Got jacked, yeah.
And his mom had to pay a ransom.
Because she thought they hadn't kidnapped him, but they hadn't let him go already. But they had his phone.
Oh, when they had his phone, so they made a call.
No, when she called.
Oh, she called. They answered, and they ran the play on her.
Right, and they met her at I think it was Apple. What's it called that thing? Apple Jack in the Box. The one of them little restaurants out in Baton Rouge, and she bought him cash.
That's a RealToon exclusive right there. Mentioned Marlo Mike was the stepper. So I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Marlo Mike situation and story. But Marlo Mike was the person on Boosie's case who essentially got Boosie arrested, right? He he cooperated, and in his cooperation initially he implicated Boosie. Well, he then recanted and essentially saved Boosie. Time elapses, Marlo Mike's still in there. He was like 16 when he got arrested. He was a young pup, you know what I'm saying, baby. Out there, I guess it's different, you know what I'm saying, when you that age, but at the end of the day, he's still a pup. Do you think Boosie should support him as if that was his stepper, hypothetically speaking?
The civilian, Terrance Williams, yes. Because you have a situation whereas it's a young boy. Yes, he was in the game, but a lot of people just jump out there and don't know no better. He was a child being led by him and around the materialistic things. So he put you in there, but then he freed you. Now, yeah, he violated, but no doubt he violated by even putting you in there, taking you all the year or two, whatever he did, taking you from your family.
The money you spent.
Right, but you weren't innocent. So now, this young boy in there fighting for his life. So my thing is this. Yeah, he put you there. Yeah, he was your son, whatever the case may be. He helped you, he freed you. So you should at least go on, here you go, hit his hand, or give him one little lump, so hey, I'm through with you, man, I don't like what you did. Now, gangster that was in the streets, no, because you violated, period. You should never mention my name. You know what you was getting yourself into. You gotta wear that. So that's an issue that I kind of like try to stay away from, because I look at it like when I was in the streets, I would have made this ruling. But now that I'm on the couch, sofa, whatever you want to call this thing, I got different views now. I look at things differently now. And Boosie got a right now, because even though he had the little boy out there, but the little boy chose it. It ain't like Boosie held a gun in his head and said, come on out here and march and step for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think you should look out for him. I had somebody reach out to me the other day who was actually in the jail with Marlo Mike, who Marlo Mike took his paper and brought it to, and say, hey, I want to help Boosie out. And the dude helped him. That's how that stuff got overturned like that, you know, to change the statement. But and he was like, man, it'd be good you interview Marlo Mike. And I was like, yeah. I was like, they said for the right price, you know, he'll do it. I was like, oh, okay. So I got somebody that be talking to him that's real, you know, cool with him.
And for the right price, RealToon, you know, I'm talking about Marlo Mike, yeah.
Well, everybody want that interview.
That's hard.
I just stay away from a lot of that stuff. But a lot of people reach out to me. Cause you know what I learned? Everybody not gonna like you. And bro, if I let you look at my phone and look at my Instagram, all the stuff I get from people, oh yeah, Boosie did that, oh Boosie said that, oh this a dude, oh you need to interview such a, one of his cellmates reached out to me. And was like, man, I want to do an interview. I got something I want to tell you. Something Boosie did in the cell, something he did, da 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 da. So I was like, bro, first of all, you don't got no proof. I don't know who you are. I got people that have vouched to this. Yeah, he did that. I'm like, man, no, I'm not going to go that route. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go that route with him, but I got people be lined up, bro, ready to. You know what's crazy? It's like a lot of people been wanting to say stuff about Boosie. It wasn't until I spoke up and started letting them have it that people started coming out the woodwork, and I just like, because he had a lot of people fooled that he really was in the band marching, stepping, drum major. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. I don't. Sometimes I be like, if it makes sense, or I look at when I look at the money on YouTube, I be like, oh, I need to add a few more that I'm gonna go ahead and do me a video. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, bro, I don't really trip all this stuff.
Right. But as far as the gun charge, so this came after Boosie attended YNW Melly's double homicide trial, right? He was on YNW Melly, is an artist from Florida who's on trial right now for a double homicide, accused of killing both of his friends. Well, Boosie, he rocks with Melly, and any black man, for the most part, that's dealing with the system, they have Boosie support. You know, that's kind of a known thing. Like if you're dealing with the system and you solid, you battling, you fighting, Boosie is going to rock with you. So YNW Melly, who, you know, he has a song called Wake Up in the Morning, I Got Murder on My Mind, AK-47s, Mac 11s, Glocks and 9s, hating, trying to knock me off my shine.
Who made that
I
song?
can't let them do it, I got murder on my mind, I got murder on my mind.
Who did that?
I got murder on my mind.
Whose song that is?
That's YNW Melly.
Well, let him rap it, but now listen, brother. Okay. This is the thing, because you brought up an interesting point that Boosie is there, you know, to support them. It's a different when you support me, like shout me out, I'm there for you, versus sending me money, helping me out in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes Boosie could just be a bandwagon ride, like, oh, you all right, I'm with that, I'm gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? He become a fan, because he know this a real dude, he a trigger man. Okay, I'm gonna write you, or I might see some pictures of some bro, I'm gonna shout you out. You know what I'm saying? So, but some people was trying to say because he went and supported that guy, the Fed. No, that's not true. Bro, the feds be having sealed indictments that they will hold for years on people, just waiting in the cut. Fed be watching a few people sell drugs. They'll let you sell drugs, let you sell drugs, let you sell drugs. But the minute you start talking about murdering someone, they got to step in and stop the investigation, because now that death is going to be on their hands. Back then, they just let you do it because they want to stack it on you, but now they can't. So the Fed, you know, they don't care about that. The Melly, whatever this young guy case, they don't care about that. The state dealing with it, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So that's who's dealing with that. Feds and state is two different jurisdictions.
It was just like right after that happened.
It just so happened, yeah, they was like, you know what, it's the time to go get him now. Or they might know, okay, we know you're gonna be over here, so we're gonna run down on over here. That's all that was. They was already gonna get him. You know what I'm saying? They already had in their mind, okay, we got the footage, whoever the guy is, I don't know, that would, WAG 100 said that this dude was the informant who filmed Boosie, or on Boosie Live, whatever, told him, come on, film me. Did Boosie tell the dude to film him, or did the dude sneak and film Boosie? I don't know about all that part, but I know Then once them people saw that and this, man, let's go get him. That's all that was. Them people, because think about it, if the feds arrested Boosie for supporting that dude, then the feds would have tried to pick up the gun. That's how the feds get you. They'll pick up the gun case on the Melly guy, and then once they get him for the gun, they're gonna hit him with relevant conduct with the murder that's on the gun. Simple. But them people weren't worried about all that, because this fed is state. Feds don't get credit for Melly being in the state. So just don't. You got the DAs, and you got the prosecutor. Federal is prosecutor. DA is the district attorney. State.
Interesting.
Very.
Yeah. Do you think Melly has a good chance of beating the case? Have you kept up with it much?
No, I don't know nothing about the case. I didn't know who he was, what's going on. Bro, a lot of stuff, bro. I be really focused on my own business. How I get a lot of news, people send to me. They be like, OG, we got action. See, I got the civilians. And they'll hit me up, we got action. He'll send me stuff like, oh, all right, well, let me check into this. Because a lot of stuff, bro, I don't really be caring about.
Right. I'm
just happy I'm home and I be enjoying life, you know?
Right.
So when people send me stuff, I'm gonna look into it. But, because, you also gotta understand, I'm not into a lot of these new rappers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the...
You from the old school.
Right, But it's two young rappers songs two songs I like was the Young Boy, Lil Baby, In a Minute. He going on that, and Finesse.
Finesse 2 times.
Them two, you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about Finesse real quick. And this wasn't even on the menu, but since you brought up Finesse 2 times, 1090J dropped Paperwork on Finesse. Now, 1090J, when he drops Paperwork on you, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him nearly end Boston Richie's career. He's ended several careers. Spot him, got him. You know what I'm saying? Just from releasing the Paperwork, Finesse 2 times, I've met him before. Like, you can smell it on him. He a real dude. Like, as far as his persona, I don't, necessarily know about his paperwork, but as far as himself, like, you can tell he kind of street, you know what I'm saying? He got a little edge about him. I believe he walked the yard. He wasn't in protective custody. You know what I'm saying? He came home. He was embraced by not just Mob Ties, who he signed to, but Moneybag. They ended up doing some kind of a deal with Bread Gang. You know what I'm saying? The whole CMG rocked with him. Memphis rocked with him. Everybody rocks with Finesse. The industry rocked with him. Finesse even said that he wouldn't do a song with Gunna because Gunna snitched. But 1090J dropped Paperwork on Finesse. My question to you is, do you believe that the Paperwork on Finesse is legitimate?
All right, let me answer this. Let me correct something you just said. Finesse didn't say he wouldn't do a song with Gunna. He said he will do a song with Gunna. He said, but it got to be
the right intentions.
Sincere, right? Yeah, right.
And he said what he said. So let me deduce what he said for you.
Okay.
So he said that the intentions had to be right, and
right.
he wouldn't do a song right now because he believes that the intentions wouldn't be right. He feels like he'd be trying to use him to co-sign him being a,
Right. So here's the thing. Yes, the paperwork. The paperwork is good. It's true. Now here's the thing, because I did a video on this. He walked the penitentiary yards because of he was a juvenile. That was a juvenile case. So now your PSI. The PSI go and investigate your whole history. So everything's in that PSI. Juvenile, I got my own PSI, my juvenile record, my family, school, everything's in that PSI. But in 99, 2001, somewhere up in there, Eric Holden, who was the Attorney General at the time, banned us in the federal system from having our PSI, because the PSI tell you about your whole case. Now, when you go to Fed, dudes want your sentencing transcript.
Eric Holder, who worked under
for the
Obama.
Attorney General, the black guy.
Right, under Obama, light skin.
Yeah, right, yeah. the thing is, your docket sheet and your sentencing transcript what people want. Finesse juvenile record is not going to be in the sentencing transcript. It's not going to be on his docket sheet because that was a juvenile state case. He have a federal case. So when he do his paperwork party, all they see is, okay, he stood up. They don't know what he did as a juvenile. They don't know about those state stuff. So he could slide through the federal system. Because they don't know about this here juvenile stuff. Where it coming bad at is when his co-defendant who said, oh, he stole my name. Co-defendant said, my name was Finesse King. Finesse two-time was Debo. I was like, wow, he took everything and ran with it. But if you notice this, and I was like, come on, Finesse, you tripping. When he got up, when he tried to defend it, when the dude put it out, when Finesse got on social media, Finesse like, hey, first of all, you can't get no juvenile paperwork, you can't do this. He never said that's a lie. He just said you can't do this, you can't do that. I done had plenty of paperwork parties.
Right.
But when I saw that, I was like, yeah, he hit. But I've also said this, that whatever he done as a juvenile, that shouldn't matter in the music industry. He was a juvenile, you know. But some people hold everything you done in life, you held accountable for all that. So this new wave of youngsters or social media, they have a way of making the rules. But I learned this though, they make the rules and break the rules. As far as good music, I mean, think about it. Gunna dropped the album and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? People gonna still listen to your music because it's more civilians than steppers in the world. It's more people that don't care about street stuff you got because they don't have to do. I want you to entertain me. I want to hear some good music. I want to hear some good stuff, and I want to enjoy. I want to party. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, I like Finesse songs, but I can't, because of my situation, I'm not in the position to judge him and say, oh yeah, you're a rat, or no, you lose your stripes, no, you can't step. That's not my call. Plus, it's my understanding that he's affiliated. So that's really on those guys who he's affiliated with to really address that and handle that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Now it's going to be interesting to see how the street's going to take his next song, next album, because you know he talk that talk. He even said, if a bro give you some cat and you tell somebody that you're a rat, then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He go hit, he make a person feel like, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's talk that talk, bro. So, it's going to be interesting to see if he can still snap like that because we know him from that.
Right.
You can't come back and try to do a Will Smith album. It ain't gonna be right.
Right.
All you gonna try to stop talking about snitches and rats and you gotta stick that. You gotta keep that same thing going, that same energy.
Right.
Because people gonna still rock with you regardless because you're hot. And now here's the thing: is this label still gonna push behind him, or is people gonna still stand about? Well, so far, Boosie still follow him, and you know Boosie anti-snitch. Boosie, he a real gangster stepper. He don't like that stuff. So if Boosie still following, then that means they don't care about the juvenile stuff. And another thing is, because it's juvenile, a lot of people looking over like, oh man, I mean, it wasn't nothing fair, it wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't tripping off that. But I'll tell you this, had his co-defendant had a way to send that paperwork to the feds, or he wouldn't have made it. They would have put that knife in there, ran him off the compound, they would have dogged him on that compound. They would have got that on, they would have got on his top.
You know, it's interesting people say that because a lot of people feel like you ain't tell on me. So if there was nobody in the feds who was associated with the person who allegedly got told on.
You see, the fed work different. Because here's the thing. Finesse from Memphis, right?
Right.
You had a Memphis call here. You had a Latino call. You had Bloods, Crips, get all different, gangs in different states, right? If the paperwork get in the Mexican called hand, they're gonna go to Memphis call and say, hey, we heard your homie a rat. If y'all don't get him off this compound, we are. So now it's gonna make their whole calling back. So they're gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? So the feds is totally different, bro, from how the state play or how, whatever they do, bro. It's totally different, bro.
Right.
Totally different. It's gonna be interesting to see the next few days and weeks, you know, how they gonna take this, how they gonna go about this. They gonna sweep it under the rug or whatever.
You mentioned Boosie not unfollowing Finesse 2 times. Well, Boosie was also recently in the media because I'm guessing his right-hand man got exposed for his preference, you could say.
I like that.
Well, Boosie actually attempted to expose you. Went hard too. I mean, went hard. You know what I mean? You know, you was having a field day in the feds. You know what I'm saying? We had men coming like Lil Jay. You know what I'm saying? You was bigger than Lil Jay. You was big gangster. You know what I'm saying? Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you just? I seen you actually did a video on it. Can you break down the situation with Boosie's friend and give your deduction on that?
Well, first of all, Boosie was so upset with me. Two things that you can totally disrespect a man is calling him a rat and a homosexual if he's not really a homosexual. Boosie never been to the feds. I got gang members, talking about big homie shot callers from all around the United States that I've been locked up with. They've been on yards with me. Would have been put that out.
Right.
So Boosie lied on me, but the reason why I wasn't upset or get up and on like he do, because when I come to social media, I always tell people in social media, you have to develop bulletproof emotions. Now, the situation with his main man, the girlfriend of somebody put it out. All right, somebody sent it to my Instagram, right? It's like, yo, man, this Boosie right here, man, check this out, man. He da 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 da. So I was like, my beef is not with this dude. So I'm not gonna just put it out. I'm not gonna be one of the first one to air it. Because I don't have a problem with this guy, you know. My page wasn't built off that. My page was built off telling my life story. So I was like, I ain't gonna do that. But now what I do, I just try to let the youngsters, the at-risk youth and other people who just, older people, whatever that's in the game or think about being in the game, look at it from this side. So I'm gonna give my point of view on the situation. Whereas with that, it's ironic how Boosie say that I'm a punk, I get hit and hit boys, but yet his main man endorsed bisexual. He got on the Breakfast Club and say, oh, my assistant is gay. I trust my sister before I trust a shooter. So you got all this stuff around you and you don't know nothing about it. Now it's possible you don't because this man could be somewhere else. Let's say this. So I'm gonna give him a way out. I was just sent some other stuff the other day from, I think, the guy that caught a case with him. And I can show it to you, bro. It's so disturbing. The guy who cool with Boosie. Boosie got a picture with him in the hallway. This guy, it's a picture that somebody sent me where the guy is actually getting oral favor done to him by a white guy. And it's another guy that Boosie is affiliated with. So here's the thing. What's the old adage? If you want to know something about a person, look at the company he keep. So you mean tell me all these people around you indulging in all this stuff and you don't know nothing about it? And then I had one of his cellmates reach out to me and tell me some stuff he did, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna do the tit for tat thing. I'm not gonna be petty and do that. Now I have to be petty, but I'm like, I ain't gonna go that. See, my thing is this here. If you see a man was indulging in homosexual activity in jail, bring the person he did it with. I'm pretty sure that the gay person told one thing about A homosexual, I used to always say when I was in prison, the only time they can keep their mouth closed when they got a penis in it. So them homosexuals gonna come out, oh yeah, I did it, or for the right amount of money, they gonna come out and say, yeah, I deal this with him and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So my thing be, dudes get on camera, and you got people who gonna believe it, and you got people who not gonna believe it. You got people who like, nah, that ain't that man character, that ain't him, I know this dude. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen the situation and I seen all the proof from his homie or his main man, whatever the guy is to Boosie, I was like, whoa, there's overwhelming evidence that he, you know what I'm saying, he go this way, you know, but the industry don't care, because if you think about it, that small circle, that alphabet circle, really run the industry. Think about this. Whenever a rapper disrespect one of them that's in the alphabet community, don't they come right back and apologize? Because they gonna get blackballed, or you know, them doors gonna start getting shut on them. Because you gotta keep in mind, a lot of people that's in power, they freaks. They into that stuff. So when you disrespecting people, they're gonna be like, oh no, that's my sister. Oh, that's my, you know what I'm saying, one of my people. No, not my sister being a female, that's my sister. You a man, but they acting as women. So that's part of my family. Oh, you gonna do it? Okay, I got something for you. I'm about to stop your money flow. So a lot of them dudes be scared. And then you got a lot of this freaky stuff coming out, the pictures of different stuff, and a lot of people be shocked. But here's the thing. Why do people be shocked when they see this stuff? When I always tell people, this is why I don't get excited when I see celebrities or whatever, because they just like me. They from the hood. Or some of them come from these areas too, let me get that straight. But is it that you in the spotlight and you have more money than me? But at the end of the day, we put our pants on the same way. You know what I'm saying? So they human, in other words. They just got their freaky side that's been exposed. You got people in the hood who people don't know about that's doing the same thing, the freaky stuff. Letting girls lick their butt, letting them girls put their finger in their butt, doing all kind of freaky stuff. But we don't know about it because they not in the spotlight. They're not the celebrities. So a lot of stuff, bro, I look at it and be like, all right, keep it pushing. You know, I don't lose no sleep over it, but it's a lot of freaky stuff going on, and there's too many real dudes, too many gangsters, too many steppers around that. To say that you don't like this, say you don't like that, but you around this stuff. Come on, man. Any dude that's from the street that's really stepping, you're gonna observe everything around you. You're gonna know everything that's around you. You're gonna people ways, and you're gonna know how to move accordingly. But it's a lot of clones. It's a lot of clones, Toon, bro. It's a lot of clones, man. They faking out here, and I just be enjoying it, bro. I'm just happy to be home, bro. This world is kicks, man. It really is, bro.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you very much.
We glad to have you in these YouTube streets.
Oh man, I'm out here too. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm out here.
Yeah, now, you ain't on the sidewalk on that YouTube. You frontlining.
Oh yeah, now one thing I can say, I'm a stepper, and you too, I'm a stepper.
Yeah, but one of the biggest steppers I've come across.
Hold up. Now you got Charleston, that's the big stepper.
Yeah, Charleston, the big stepper. I don't want to say you the biggest stepper.
Yeah, don't do that.
But I just know, I remember seeing OG Percy step to you, and you pulled up to his house and stepped back on YouTube, and you know, it was a lot of stepping going on. You done stepped to Louisiana, you done stepped to Texas, you done stepped.
I'm a step, cause like I say, bro, I've denounced the streets. I'm not a gangster, I'm not none of that. I once lived that life. Right. So I know how I feel to be in jail fighting, be in jail stabbing somebody, being on the street shooting somebody, robbing somebody, taking somebody to drugs, calling. I know how that feel. Mm-hmm. I've been shot up, I've been stabbed, car wreck, life sentence, I've been through all that. 23 years, 10 months in prison. I know how that is. Right. So now, once I sat down with the people, I violated that, so I know that's over with. But my new life, the life I'm living now, I enjoy that more because I don't have to worry about the police coming knock on my door or being done an investigation. Somebody done wore the wire on me or somebody done set me up. Now they want to take me from all this, from Walmart, from all this beautiful stuff that's out here, bro. From so sometimes, bro, I look back and they be like, you know, like a lot of people like, oh man, he a rat, he a snitch. Oh man, you ain't no all that work for nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. And that's some of the dumbest stuff people say when they say all that work for nothing. Well, if it's all that work for nothing, why don't you go tell the victim family or the victim brothers, cousins, uncles, nephews, oh, don't try to kill him, don't try to get no revenge because all that working for nothing. He a rat now. You know what I'm saying? People say some dumb stuff, bro. Work is work. Now, when you're missing a person's name, you're going to say, oh man, he did this, but he a rat. That's the rat going to go in there, but the work going to still be there no matter what the damage been done.
Right.
But you got a lot of people that say stuff they think is slick and they just, it's like, you know, probably want to crack it. Probably want, you know, they just repeat what they hear. But for the most part, me, bro, I enjoy being the square. I always just say the square is winning. They're the ones that stand out here on the streets. So call me what you want, but I'm free. Right. I'm out the way. I'm not trying to find out how many bricks you scoring, how many pounds of weed you got, how many pills you have, what kind of gun you got. I don't care about none of that. Keep that away from me. All I want to do is get on the internet, step when I need to step, and that's it, bro. I'm a stepper down. Internet, I'm a stepper.
Well, let's talk about it real quick, okay?
Okay.
Boosie's affiliate isn't the only one with the alphabet allegations. Mm-hmm. King Von, who was recently coined as rap's first serial killer, in a documentary, a footage just came out showing King Von, first off, going to PC. Now, it's my understanding as a gangster, you don't go to PC. There's no excuse for PCing up, okay? Apparently, he fell into a deck with a bunch of ops, you know what I'm saying? And he went on ahead and acted gay, and so he can get the PC. How do you feel about that?
First of all, let me clear this up because it's back to what I said. The internet have a way to destroy a person or try or attempt. Now, to address that, that was a strategic move he pulled. A lot of my homies in prison pulled that because for number one, we didn't see the whole clip. He didn't go to PC. He wasn't trying to go to PC. He was trying to get moved to another dorm, another side of the prison. I guess where all his people at.
Right.
Because when you go to prison, bro, you got to be mindful. You a stepper, they steppers too. So when it's time to go, they're gonna go, and you can get killed trying to play tough. Some people have enough sense. You know what? I'm gonna live to see the next day. I'll catch you another time. You know. But coming up, when I came up, it was different. Like matter of fact, when me and Cali Chill was going through it, one of my Muslim brothers, he told it. I had talked about the story before, but he told the story too. When I went to OPP, the old parish, the old jail, with a red band, we call them Rolex watches. All the murderers, killers, all that was, you know, murder, killers, same thing, but armed robbery, people who had capital offense charges. Mm-hmm. When they popped that big iron door, I went in. When I went in, I took my shirt off, I got my back on the wall, because I don't know who all on this tier. I know, but I know I got ops.
Right.
You know, I know I got enemies. But I'm going in here, they not gonna put on my jacket, oh, gangster checked off. We just call, oh man, he checked off the tier. Oh man, he checked off. You know, he went, not me. Back then, I'm going up in here, we're gonna work, and I'm getting up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But this new stuff in day and time is smart because, okay, yeah, I'm gonna fake y'all with this move so I can get over here. I'm not about to go out here 20, 30 dudes. I'm not about to play a superhero and I get crushed. Now, this is what I always tell people. I'm scared to die first. And the reason why I say that because ain't nobody gonna get some get back like I'm gonna get some get back. Right. I want to retaliate. So, and like I said, the whole clip wasn't played. He didn't go to PC. He was put in that move to go to another side of jail. So the dude, whoever, Adam, whoever, that guy that put it out, whoever put it out, he didn't give us the whole clip. You know, give us that part. And I did a video on that, but here's the problem. I just did another video, here's another clip where King Von said, if you go to PC or you mess around with this, then all that stuff out the window, but he's setting the rules. So now you can look at this both ways. Okay, you set the rules, you say you can't do this. Don't do this, but there's footage of you doing what you say you can't do. Even though you just bust a move to get over here, you still should have did that move. You still should have did something else. take off on the first person you seen or somebody else, cuss the guard out, get into the guard and gets the ship to put in the hold or something else. There's all kind of other ways you could have did to get moved from going in that dome with the ops versus using the gay card. But that's the route he chose to go. But like I say, there's footage with him saying, if you do this and this, then all that's out the window, that gang stuff out the window. And there's footage which you did that. Now, not saying that, yes, what the world going on? Not saying that he really is like that, because I don't know him. And then here's another thing. He's not here to defend his honor. He's deceased. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But from looking at his character and looking at him, it's like, man, let me bust this move just to get on from over here. Because one thing bro, from when he was alive, if he really was living like that, somebody would have came out and say, such and such was in a cell doing oral sex, or such and such was doing this and that with him. They'd have been exposed to that stuff, because how they be beefing in Chicago, they be putting all kind of stuff out there. They
They invented the internet in Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so see,
social media beef, what you're seeing now with YouTube, it came from Chicago.
Okay, so see, they're the home of that. So now they'd have been screaming that on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just a lot of entertainment. Now, here's the thing, like I tell people, if you're gonna be on social media, you got to develop bulletproof emotion, because people gonna come. All kind of disrespectful stuff, all kind of allegations, all kind of stuff gonna come at you, and you gotta be able to handle it. So either you're gonna be able to hang in the kitchen, or you gotta get up out of there. Heat it's too hot in there, So you just gotta be prepared for it.
All right. Speaking of Chicago, another viral Chicago artist, King Lil Jay, who I mentioned earlier, or referenced earlier, a video surfaced with, it looked like him and somebody from the alphabet community. Transgender, or as y'all call them in jail, punks, you know what I'm saying? In his lap, you know what I'm saying, and gave him a kiss. Lil Jay is known for that in Chicago. Like, people put those allegations on him, but he's always denied them in his defense. He's still denying it to this day. When you saw that as somebody who's been to prison, what did you think?
Well, I don't know who Lil Jay is. That's number one. So I can't say, that's him or this him. I don't know him. I don't know a lot of these people. Like I said, I just get all the stuff on my social media. I look at it. I got the stuff. I seen when the person walked up, kissed him, sat on his lap. So I don't know him personally. I don't know who he is. I can't say, that's him, or is he putting the R Kelly? That ain't me, or it's Photoshop, or whatever case. But you notice this though? A lot of these prison things are getting leaked now. Where is this coming from? But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Have he spoke out about that clip that's out now recently?
He said it wasn't him.
Oh, well, if the man saying it wasn't him, then we gonna make it him?
Well, you have people from the GDs. He's a affiliate of the GDs, right? You got the King Von side, and you got the FBG Duck side. Mm-hmm. And Lil Jay was affiliated with the FBG Duck side. Mm-hmm. A guy by the name of King Yella, who big GD, you know what I'm saying? He came out and basically said that King Yella's mom has been, crying to him, and he's been sending this, that, and the third. Whole time, Lil Jay was in PC with a pump, you know what I'm saying? And this came from King Yella. So, I don't have a dog in the fight to say that he's doing this or doing that, or to continue after he said otherwise. However, somebody credible from his circle, you know what I'm saying? Not just somebody who was doing business.
King Yella with the tattoos on his face?
King Yella with tattoos on his face.
Now, I would say this. King Yella official. King Yella been to the feds. He have a YouTube channel too. King Yella not gonna put a bad bone because he know better. So if he stamped it in, you gotta run with that. But I'm like you said, I don't got a dog in that fight. It's good for me. I could do a video on it, make me some good content. But I don't care what nobody do. That's not none of my business. I don't care who humping who sexing whoever doing whatever they doing, because none of them taking care of me. None of them protecting me. None of them doing nothing for me. like I say, it's something good that I can.
Who do you think is leaking this prison stuff?
Boosie. Why? No, bro. I don't know, bro. One of the COs. You gotta keep in mind, a lot of them COs be from the hood. A lot of them COs be gangbangers. Bro. I done seen COs that'll tell you, well, let's go in the cell and fight. I give you a fade. I know some COs that are affiliated with Bloods, Crips, GDs. They just a CO, but they from the hood. They come up in the hood. They affiliated with their gang. Right. I've seen it. So I believe it's certain COs that's affiliated, or somebody could have heard about it, found the CO, gave them some money. Look, man, let me get that footage. Go back and run that tape for me. Whatever the case may be, bro.
Right.
But they producing it, man. They producing this stuff, bro. Bro, listen. The jail house is like another soap opera. There's so much going. I used to always tell them brothers at the cookball, don't make this prison a beauty salon, because that's all men do in jail is gossip. Such. I be like, man, you supposed to be a stand-up dude, but you in this huddle over here gossip about another man. That's all they do in prison, bro. Gossip.
In recent news, speaking of the alphabet community, OG Percy, show no mercy. That's the way my daddy cursed me. Everybody's favorite OG. Hello.
Tell from a crib.
Bars.
Whoa.
He's gone viral because he took a picture with, I want to say you could call him a fan of OG Percy, Tony Wilrich. He's an openly gay Crip out of Fort Worth. I fuck with Tony. He get money. He good money guy. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. But the internet has taken this photo of OG Percy, who's a respected Crip around the world. Vlad TV even posted and called him legendary Fort Worth Crip. OG Percy takes photo with Tony Wilrich. Some blogs are saying that photo stamps Tony Wilrich, and Tony Wilrich's initial photo that he posted had in the caption, told y'all I was a Crip with OG Percy. And I'm not sure if you've seen it, but the way I'm describing it is exactly how it was put out there. What's your thoughts on that?
All right, first of all, Tony Woodridge, you said his name?
Yeah.
And you say he's a openly part of the community, but he a Crip.
Big Crip.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's cap, because number one, no gang members is gonna let someone be affiliated knowing they openly that way. That's against the policy. That's number one. I don't understand what's the big hype about it, because OG Percy is on the sideline now. He's retired, right?
Right.
I mean, he still represent, let people know this is where I am, this is where I come from, but I don't know why they're so upset or why they up in arms because he took a picture with this person. Here's the thing. You got a lot of people that's on the down low that you would take a picture with, pose with, you don't know what they do.
Right.
So at least I know what I'm doing with this person. We just taking a regular picture. Now, here's the thing. If they would have had some footage of OG Percy and the dude leaving out a hotel room, now it's a problem.
Right.
That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? If they had a picture with them in a hotel lobby, sitting down close by each other, having a drink, but at the bar, that's a problem.
Right.
But a regular picture, this innocent picture, what's the big fuss?
Right. Well, I guess the big fuss comes in because, like you say, in the gang world, there shouldn't be a gay Crip.
Okay, but you just say he openly gay Crip. You just said that.
Yeah, he is. We've interviewed him.
Which set he claim?
I'm not necessarily sure of his set. I think he's a Hoover, Five Deuce. He's from the south side of Fort Worth. You know, so the south side of Fort Worth has different Crip sets. They got the 4 trays, they got the 60s, they got the grapes, and they have the 5 Deuces. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's from the bottom, which is the 5 Deuce area, Hooverland.
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Murder Gang PB came out. He's a stepper from Fort Worth, big general, and said he spoke on it and said, "Nah, he not from Fort Trey. He from Five Deuce." You know what I'm saying? So.
But what I'm asking is though, when they had their functions, they had all this. Do they embrace him? They let him come around, rock the flag or rock the colors and rep their set?
So I'm not sure if he goes to their functions because I don't go to their functions, you know, unless invited and I'm doing business.
Right.
However, I know he's not ducking no smoke. Tony Wilrich is known out of Fort Worth. He got the baddest bitches with him. He's having money.
So he got females with him?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's known that he mess around with men.
Yeah, it's known he's gay. He's not bisexual. He's not down low. He's openly gay.
I think
Crip.
he may be making mockery of the Crips. That's all. Or he might have come from that neighborhood. Yeah, I'm a Crip. He's claiming he a Crip, but then some Crips might back him because you say he got money. You know one thing about this world, if you got money and you looking out, they gonna protect you. The big homie's gonna whisper to certain home, man, they'll make sure he good because he's taking care of the hood. But from me being incarcerated, being around gang members, that's a violation. They're not going for that. It might be something new, but like I know Bloods, they'll call that a red dragon. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you be with that red dragon. You know, that's what they call homosexual red dragons. So that's the East Coast Blood. I don't know what the West Coast call it, but that'll be a violation. So I don't know. I've never heard of the person you speaking on now. I don't know nothing about the person you're speaking on now, but it's kind of hard for me to believe that this person are really a Crip and it's like that. I would have to hear from other official Crips that, yeah, we rock with him. Yeah, that's our people here. Yeah, right. He a Crip. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I mean, I don't care what it is at the end of the day, but I've never heard of him. I don't know nothing about that.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
So let's get into it a little. My do two questions and we'll call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
Crip Mac and Blueface recently got together, was doing some shadow boxing. After Crip Mac said, he's the one with the Hoover killer on his face, and he said Blueface isn't my type of Crip. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't rock with him and woo woo woo, but you know, he ended up seeing him. There was no smoke. You know what I'm saying? No issues. Blueface actually kind of held his hand for a long time, looking at him like, oh yeah, you know, I flagged the same color, huh? And Crip Mac basically showed him respect after being disrespectful on the internet. In a situation like that, now I know I'm sure Louisiana politics are different, but when you hear Cali and you think of the gangbanging out there, like square business, what should have happened?
First of all, Crip Mac a goofy. He a clown. It should have been on site. When you saying you really banging, you really living that life. Once you disrespect the man, when you seen him, it was supposed to have been on site. But Crip Mac a goofy, man. He needs to turn his goofy down, straight up.
Shit show. Lil Ya of UNLV, Fats. You know, I rock with him. I actually had the opportunity to meet him out in Houston. I did an interview with him. We sat down. So he was a part of UNLV. UNLV made several hits under the Cash Money umbrella. Most notably, the guy Yellow Boy from their group had a song, Bad and Yellow Boy, know you want some. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, Lil Ya says that he actually had a physical altercation with Terrance Gangsta Williams during your stepper era. How did that go? How did that even come about?
I was shocked when he told that story, bro. We were in our parish jail, what a lot of people call county jail. I had some pictures from some girls from the streets, right?
So y'all were in jail at the time?
Yes.
Okay. You had already been sentenced too for the life sentence. You had already
No. This was back in the $394 somewhere.
Okay, this before Cash Money got the big deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's way before then. It's like back in the day. So we in jail, and I get a lot of pictures from girls. So I got pictures of bathing suits, different position girls in. So he wants to jack off. So I was like, here goes some pictures here. Go to your room. I'm in a cell by myself though. So I go get on the phone, right? And we got a homeboy named Big Bo out the Magnolia. Bo gets in y'all head like, go in gangster cell and go jack off, go masturbate gangster cell. I'm on the phone talking to the bros. I get off the phone. I see a towel up at my door. No towel shouldn't be up covering the window at my door because I'm the only one in that cell. So I bang on the cell. Man, it's me, bro. I'm coming. Man. I wait till he finished. When he took that towel and door, we go in there, we rumble. Another time, he said what he did me, bro.
So after that, we y'all cool?
Yeah, we just dapped it up. Cause here's the thing with Ya. Me and Ya grew up together. Went to same little elementary school and all that. We went to private school together. Someone had slipped some of Ya drink back in the day, and Ya kind of lost it a little bit. Ya Fat was doing a lot of crazy stuff. And you know something had to be wrong with a person. You know, you don't go in nobody's cell in jail, you can get killed. By knowing from the street, we come up together. So we just fought, we had a fight. He already said the story that he said I won, but I'm one of the ones that when I fight with somebody, I'm never gonna go on and break. Yeah, I beat him up, I did it, I'm not gonna do that. We had 2 fights actually in jail. Second fight we had, I'm on the phone, he's sitting on the table, like right where you at. I'm right here on the phone. So he watching me, he looking dead at me, right? So I'm turned to the side talking. This man take his sock off and throw it and hit me on the head. I look at this, I'm on the phone, I'm like, I used to cuss back then real bad. I'm like, I know he just ain't do this. I just finished talking on the phone, I got on the phone and went, stole off on him again, we fought. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all for that, man, UNLV, man. That's the homie, bro. But y'all was burnt out back then, bro. A lot of stuff we be telling y'all, man, I did that for real, I did it. Like he walked up to partner in the crime, Mr. Mean in the club. You know, let me wear that chain. Mr. Mean, like, who gonna take it off? Y'all got that little mean boot in his mouth looking at him and walk off. Like he walks up, man, let me wear that chain. And y'all my witness said, let me wear that chain, you know, the person trying to slick jack you. Right. Want you to up instead of me taking it off you or robbing for it, let me wear that chain. You when dudes scary, they scared of you. Hey man, you can wear it? You gonna get it back? No, you ain't get the chain back, man, get on. But y'all have done a lot of crazy stuff that people be
What was Misdemeanor? Is he a big artist out of New Orleans?
Yeah, he's from Parties and Crime. He used to beef with UNLV. He had a song called Pump the Party. Yeah, they had a big song back then.
I'm just taking a little notes. Well, Ya was also label mates, you can say, with a guy named Yellow Boy. And Ya, according to Ya, Yellow Boy actually had a physical fight with Birdman. Did you hear about this?
Yes.
What was, like, you know, you was the stepper back then. So what was your role in when the fight took place?
Well, I think they had to fight. I thought it was at the studio, so I'm not sure. But I was in the streets back then, so I didn't care what they had going on because I was like, it's some homies fighting. It wasn't like it was homie from this party that met up. They had a fight where now it's about to be gunplay, it's gonna get wild. You know, it was just a fight, and I heard about it. Yeah, who won? I want to know who won. So you're gonna hear they side saying, "Oh,
so who
Yellow
won? Yellow won, or was it Birdman?"
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're gonna hear y'all them saying, "Boy, Yellow put their hands on Baby." Then you're gonna hear Baby them side, "Boy, Baby put their hands on Yellow. Boy, people ain't think Baby to fight." Da, da, da. So you're gonna hear.
So they really had a fair one. And Birdman let it slide after that. Like, what was his love or affiliation with Yellow Boy for him to be letting him slide?
Because, like I say, in the hood back then, a fight was like, that was normal. We're gonna fight, we're gonna shake hands, dap it all, we're gonna talk about it later. I've always been the one that, I used to always tell people, listen, bro, if me and you cool, if we eat together, get money together, doing all this together, I'm looking at you like you're my brother. When it gets to the point where you say, look, let's fight, and then we're gonna shake hands afterwards, I can't do that. I've always been one of the ones, like, I think that's some of the dumbest stuff to do, let's throw hands and then shake hands afterwards because of this. Think about this, Tune. Say me and you get money together, I know your family, we go to So I buy your family stuff, you buy my family stuff. We like brothers from another mother. We got love for one another. We have a disagreement, get to the point where we want to throw blows. We're like, you know what, let's go out in the backyard, or let's go take 5 right quick and shake it off like men, right? This is what a lot of people do. But think about this at the time. While we fighting at this time, we enemies because I'm trying to knock you out, you trying to knock me out, you trying to get some brownie points, you trying to knock one of my teachers, trying to get you a trophy or whatever. How am I gonna look in your face and shake your hand afterwards like it's all good when you was trying to hurt me? You could have killed me, you could have paralyzed, you could have did anything to me. I don't get that when people say let's just fight and shake hands. Once we fight, man, we enemies. That's just my way, my belief. Because when we got our hands up, we trying to prove a point. We trying to drop one another, that's bragging rights. So I'm gonna always remember, oh, Tone caught me when he dropped me. Somebody looking at you sideways, and then you gonna go back and tell the homie, well, you know, I dropped gangsta, I knocked him, oh. I never agreed with that. I was never one of the ones to be like, oh, let us fight and then we friends afterwards. No. That's always tell my people that if we real tight, we kick it. If we get to disagree, we get to argue, we feel like we about to fight, let's leave each other alone for a few days, then let's come back. Because if we cross that line where we fight, we never being friends again. That's just me.
Yeah. I definitely agree to a degree. Yeah, it also talks about a time where Yellow Boy actually took it further than fighting with Birdman. He shot up his house over unpaid royalties.
Tone, listen. I don't know about that. I don't want to discuss that. You keep probing about this Yellow Boy. I don't know where you going with this, but let's talk about something else. Matter of fact, what time it is? Because we passed our time, Tone. It's time to wrap.
I told you this was the last question.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I had to end it on a high note.
And you over the time, Tone. You over. Yeah, I've been paying attention to the time. We started at about 6:50.
You know, some complications going on.
Oh, what your thing? Yeah. I ain't got nothing to do with that, Tone. But yeah, Tone, I don't want to discuss that. That's a touchy subject. Wow. That's right. Yeah.
It's just, man, I'm going to say this about Louisiana. Y'all talk about touchy subjects like it ain't shit. Like, y'all be talking, and it be like, is it true? Because everybody be seeming so happy. Like, you be smiling. You know what I'm saying? Lil Ya talking, he smiling like this ain't no real shit or something. Like, this ain't, like, this is, to us in the interview world, in the square world, in the civilian world, you could say, you know, obviously it's entertainment, but it's also like, it's like, wow. Like, it's like a movie. You know what I'm saying? And here you come, you know what I'm saying? All calm, cool, collected. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's when you have to realize this. We live in this life, right? This is what happened, and God bless me to be one of the ones that's here to tell a story, to still be here. Right. So it's gonna be natural for me. You know what I'm saying? I've never done drugs in my life. I don't drink, never smoke. I don't do that stuff. So it's natural for me. So when you hear me talk about these stories, tell these stories, the reason why it's like no big deal because I really lived it. I was there. So that's why I always tell a lot of guys in jail, I don't want to hear no war stories. I don't want to hear nothing about how many drugs you saw. I don't want to hear nothing about how many people you shot. None of that. I done been through all that. I don't get excited when I hear other people's stories now who was steppers and gangsters and killers. I was like, okay, I did that before. That ain't nothing cool. At the end of the day, 2 things gonna await you: death and prison. Being in that street life, you know. So a lot of stuff, I just tell us how it is, what I know, how I've seen it to them, and then keep it moving. And that be it. Now, Toon, that's it for now. Let's go. Let's wrap them up. I know you want to keep going.
I'm just trying to close on a good note. That's it, gangster. Man, well, we appreciate you as always coming on the platform. You know what I mean? You 100K subscribers in. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the people who subscribe. Thank y'all very much.
It's going on about a year since you've been free, huh?
A year and 6 months, bro.
A year and 6 months.
The time going by.
Yeah, I hear you still work a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
and you getting your bag.
I don't want to quit it.
Yeah.
Eventually I'm going to quit.
You need to quit.
But he said you need to quit. Let me tell you what's crazy. My PO, he said, man, I'm saying you still work. I said, because YouTube pay me once a month. My job pay me once a week. So that's spending money. I don't have to touch the YouTube, man. Just spending money for me. But I like to work too, because when I talk to the youngsters, I don't have to lie and say, yeah, I have a job. I can let them know, yeah, I work. I work to get the things I want. But like I say, eventually I'm gonna quit. Once I do the movie, I get the movie deal, I'm retiring. It's over with.
Right.
Everything. Right. Over social media, YouTube, bye-bye. I'm gone from everything.
What can the people expect to see from Gangsta soon?
I got the movie, The Other Side of Bourbon Street, and the nonprofit.
That's hard, the other side of Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Now that I thought about it, because we think bourbon for the liquor.
Right. And,
you know what I'm saying? The good time.
A French Quarter, yeah, show your breast. But the other side of Bourbon Street, this is how we living, It's called The Other Side of Bourbon Street, Them Boys at War. It's about me beefing with the Catio Project. No Limit, Cash Money, Why They Never Hooked Up. That's the first season. We're going to have 8 episodes, hopefully. And for the most part, I got the nonprofit called They Need Us. Well, I have 300 book bags, school supplies. Well, actually I have 600. I got 300 that I'm giving out in New Orleans and 300 I'm gonna give out in Texas.
Yeah, salute. Yeah. If people want to help with that, is there a way people can help you?
Yeah, hit me on Instagram. My Instagram is They Need Us Third Ward, and they're serious about it. Because what I want to do with my nonprofit, I want to do it like the NAACP. I want to have that thing in all 50 states. I'm trying to be all over with that because I really want to help the people. People really need help, bro.
Yeah.
So if I can get this stuff in these, because I'm tax exempt, so if I can get this stuff in these people for free.
501c3.
Right. Okay. Look at you.
Yeah,
so,
I was in the NAACP, so I understand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if I can get this stuff from Walmart and all these people here for free, why not give it away to the people? Mm-hmm. So that's my goal, bro. So I'm gonna be really hard on that. Once I get this movie out, I'm gonna be really hard on doing that nonprofit. That's really my goal.
Okay. Well, we looking forward to it. And again,
Mr. Civilian, I'm in the building.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.